Most men don't lose women because they're unattractive. They lose women because they kill desire without realizing it. And this was already proven over 20 years ago. Men and women don't experience lust the same way. For men, attraction starts with desire. You see someone you like, your body reacts, and arousal follows. But for women, the sequence is reversed. First comes safety, then arousal. Only then does desire appear. And if you skip the first step, everything collapses. Let's start with safety. The fastest way to destroy attraction is to make a woman feel uneasy. Not angry, not offended, uneasy. A few years ago, researchers actually ranked the behaviors women found most creepy. The top 3 were simple: staring before interacting, touching too often, and steering conversations towards sex too early. Most men don't realize this, but creepiness isn't about intention. It's about timing and calibration. And no, being rich or famous doesn't magically fix this. Look at how some public figures interact with women. Closed body language, leaning in too early, slow, drawn-out words that feel invasive. Even compliments can feel threatening if the nonverbal signals are wrong. Now compare that to men who feel effortlessly charming. They lean back first. They give space before taking it. They let interest build instead of forcing it. Safety isn't boring. Safety is what opens the door. Once safety is established, a woman enters a neutral receptive state. This is where arousal begins. And here's where most men misunderstand female arousal completely. Arousal is not about nudity. It's not about explicit actions. It's about sensory focus. Studies show women respond most strongly to eyes, hands, arms, the back. That's why romantic scenes that linger on subtle movements are so powerful. A hand resting confidently, fingers guiding instead of grabbing, eye contact that holds, then releases. You don't make these things erotic by trying harder. You make them erotic by using them naturally. Touch is another misunderstood trigger. There's a massive difference between touching someone randomly and touching them with plausible intent. Guiding her through a doorway, brushing her hand while emphasizing a point, lowering your voice while leaning in slightly. Same physical sensation, completely different psychological meaning. One feels intrusive, the other feels intentional. Eye contact works the same way. Every minute of mutual eye contact increases attraction significantly, but only when it's dynamic. One eye, the other eye, a brief glance at the lips, then back. This creates movement, tension, and awareness. Now comes the final stage, desire. Desire isn't logical. It's built through uncertainty. History is full of men who weren't physically impressive, yet became dangerously irresistible. One nobleman became infamous for doing something simple but unsettling. He was warm during one interaction, then distant during the next, attentive one moment, unavailable the next. Women couldn't stop thinking about him, not because he was perfect, but because their minds couldn't resolve the contradiction. This creates what psychologists call cognitive dissonance attraction. When the brain can't explain why someone occupies your thoughts, it assumes the reason must be desire. The mind hates unanswered questions, and absence, when used sparingly, amplifies presence. But here's the warning. This only works when the first 2 stages exist. Without safety, distance feels like rejection. Without arousal, mystery feels pointless. Desire is not forced. It's allowed to form. So remember this. Women don't become attracted because you push harder. They become attracted because you move in the correct order. Safety, arousal, desire. Miss the sequence, and attraction dies. Respect it, and attraction sustains itself.